Make sure I got my doctor ready. Man, so you see this little star on my face? If you notice, like the kids be wearing this now, that it really works. And you know
For
what it
pimples?
helps? Yeah, for pimples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
really works. And what helps is it helps you not to pick your face too. If you like me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh no, this gotta go. But yeah, so
No, that's a
welcome to
good
the
thing.
pod. Welcome to the pod. Six fellas is on time. Yay,
Come on,
finally.
six fellas.
Right. Talking about he on time. First of all, we got a bone to pick with you. You better get in the studio ASAP. Um, hey 18, welcome. Great to see you. Black Couch in the building. Yes. The fam is here.
Hey, Black
Yep, like
Cow.
he said, be sure to smash that like button. Smash the like button for us.
Hey, A7.
We've been covering A7 in the building. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We've been covering a lot of ground lately. The subscribers is getting up there. You know, we're starting off small. We up to about 40 subscribers. I'll take that.
I'll take it. We
I'll
only a
take
month
that
in,
too.
so I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Black Couch, for joining us. Hey, a girl from Texas. Finally, she dips in. Yeah. Hell no to your video title. So you'll see why the title is what it is. Eventually, we'll unlock those closets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we're giving people time to get on in here before
Hey,
we
18.
start. Yeah.
Oh my God, today has been a day.
Yeah. It
It's
has. I
definitely been
know.
a hump
So
day.
you go first because you know me as a friend. I can go in on a tangent. All right. So before we check in, go ahead on and introduce these people to the podcast so we can get it started. I smart. Black couch is crazy.
What Black Coach said?
I is smart. I is important.
Oh my God.
It's funny.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Talk Me Through It podcast. Whether you're thriving, surviving, or somewhere in between, pull up a seat and let's talk each other through it. I am your host, THRU Monique, and this is your host, D. And this is episode 5.
Oh yeah, I am. Yes, this is episode 5. I am her co-host D. Yes. This episode 5 is called "Do They Really Like Me?" All right, and you will see why it's titled that because some shit been going down this past weekend. I just was going down this rabbit hole. So 18 has asked me how is detox going. This after this week, it will be officially a month, right?
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. So yeah, my dream, still dreaming. I'm still dreaming every night. It doesn't help that Mother Nature has decided to visit as well, right? You know, so usually like my old habits are like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just dealing with I'm not dealing with a lot. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's so stressful because it's not. Every time I walk out the apartment hallway, I smell weed. I just said that today. I'm like, damn, that weed smells so good. But you know what? Jimmy
Temptation.
looked at me. Jimmy looked at me and said, "It don't matter. It's how you lock in." And I said, "You right."
Nah, come on, dude.
Lock in. Hey Reaper, what's
Hey,
up,
Reaper.
Reaper? Yeah. So my detoxing has been working. Like I said, I'm gonna take a drug test at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like Wednesdays. When I coach boxing, I have a recovery group that I coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always feel like it's unfair of me to act like marijuana was such a hard drug because those people, been battling like real drugs. I'm talking methadone, all kind of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say, since I am sober, I have been like this morning. I had to really talk myself into coaching them because like their behaviors are still like up and down, up and down. So it's like a lot of rah, like screaming, and they're excited, they're amped up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, but I need you to listen to what I'm saying. I still need
Mm-hmm.
organization, you know what I'm saying? When
Yes.
I'm coaching. So it's like Rachel in the building. All right, Rachel.
Hey, Rach.
Friend.
Hey,
Hey, best
Wolfpack.
friend. Hey, Wolfbag. So yeah, Reaper, smoke for me. You can smoke all the weed you want for me. But I will tell y'all this. It's been pretty smooth. It's been pretty smooth. Reaper said Roxy, handlebar, Skittles, met crack. Yeah, those people need love too, and it's just been I just been having to tap into my sober patience. Like it's easy to have patience when you're high.
Yeah.
When you're sober,
When you're
you got to
sober, you
dig
pay
deep.
attention to everything.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
You got to
But
get an extra cup of coffee that morning.
man, and I had no coffee this morning, dude.
How
Like
they said, oh,
I've
you
been,
raw dogged it? You raw dogged
yes,
it this morning?
I was definitely raw dogging this morning for sure. Like,
Oh,
I
God.
don't think This sounds so bad. I don't think I got anything to drink until like after my second class. So I did boxing, and then I did Pilates, and
Uh-huh.
after the Pilates class, I got me a vitamin water. I love my vitamin waters, pomegranate vitamin waters. The electrolytes get me through. So that shook me back. Reaper said raw dog. Here you go.
Here you go.
Uh
Starting early. It's Wednesday, Reaper. Wednesday.
yeah, yeah. So it was a morning, but I must say, I'm rolling. I'm doing good. I'm proud of myself.
I'm
I
proud of
don't
you
have a
too.
taste for it. Uh I look at the dispensary. Yeah, I pass the dispensary every day. I'm doing good.
I'm proud of you. I told you you can do it. I
Black
know
couch.
you was gonna do it.
No, not raw dog Pilates. Even though, yeah, I know. I've done it before. It's just like you choose to get sober in a place where it's so legal. Like it's Colorado. You know,
Mm-hmm.
who wants to be sober in Colorado? Okay.
You,
But
you.
Ash in the building.
Hey,
Ash in the
Ash.
building. Hey Ash, checking in. Yeah. Who else we got? We got Black Couch Pilates. Raw dog.
Raw
Thank
dog
you, Black
Pilates.
Couch. I'm proud of you too. I really am. I'm proud of me. But that was my day. I do want to add this before I let you go. Napping. Oh my God. I've been eating more. I've been napping. I've been needing
Mm.
naps in
Mm.
a day. Um I did go hiking this past weekend. The hike was beautiful and the hike was well needed. I needed that hike. The hike
Yeah.
was really beautiful. We went hiking on in an area called Horse Toot, which is like the local hike that everybody kind of does. It's a really beautiful scenery out there. The weather has been kind of chill, so it hasn't been like hot. Um, but yeah, my body feels is different because I feel like when I was smoking, I didn't take naps. I was just amped up, ready to do programs or
Just
working, like it's
moving.
moving.
Mm-hmm.
Um, these now I feel like I have the munchies more. Reaper, I feel like I have the munchies more without the green, to be honest.
Do you feel
I'll be
like
ready to tear it up.
because that's another thing I heard is like a side effect. Like people that smoke, they need to smoke first before they have an appetite. So you think like your body is resetting to like your natural appetite?
Must be because that was me when I was smoking. I needed to like smoke to eat. Like I kind, it's crazy because I kind of felt like I was hungry, but it's like, oh, I know I'm gonna eat if I smoke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's way different. Like now, your girl be hungry and be hangry if I'm not eating. I'm
Let me
hangry.
tell you, I tell all my friends
I
know
just
that.
went got me a.
All y'all know that I am a different person. If I am hungry, I am hangry. Like I'm the person that will have a snack before we go out to eat because I can't be at the restaurant hangry. Like
Oh, I know. You gonna be looking at everybody.
I'll
Looks
be
could
like,
kill.
I don't want to have no small talk. I don't really want no drinks yet. Run me my food.
That eyebrow go up, and boy, it be on.
Titi,
You can
why
tell
your
when.
eyebrows look like that? That's what my nephews be saying. Cause y'all don't piss me off. That's why.
Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, I had a good
Ricky.
day. Overall, I had a great day. I can't lie. I really did have a great day. But it was a lot of moving parts. It was a productive day. I got a lot of things accomplished, especially at work. Everything I needed to do. I feel like every at the beginning of each week, you make that list of things that you need to get through. Like one for
Yeah,
the day and one for the week. You know what I mean? And at
yeah.
this point, I done pretty much got through my whole list of things that I need to do for the week. So I'm coasting, like I'm smooth sailing, and it's a Wednesday, and I feel like it today because I feel like I was moving, getting shit done, but I got it done. I had a good day. My team seemed like they had a good day today, so you know,
That's
um,
good.
my one of my babies, the third grader, he decided he wanted to be sick this week.
Oh, he fell. You fell for the okie doke this week.
Definitely, he got us. He got us. He got us. He got us. But you know what? You sick? You got to go to the doctor. So he went to the doctor. Doctor said he's okay. Send him back to school. Yeah, we
Exactly.
need it. But it's too early in the year for you not to go back to school without a doctor's note, sir. So if you sick, you're gonna act like you sick. Take your ass to the doctor. Get this doctor's note to cover all our ass, right?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. No excuse. All excuse days. We ain't missing school for
All
nothing.
excuse days. Get your ass back. And I just told him, I said, your funky ass. That's our inside joke. Well, he don't say it. I always tell him that. Your funky ass going to school tomorrow. So he's going to school. But he's fine. He had a little sniffles and his throat was hurting. And I believed him. I
Mm-hmm.
believed him because it's not
Mm-hmm.
he was, doing the most. But whatever. He'll be back
Well,
tomorrow.
I was listening to NPR radio on the way to work and stuff like that, and they were talking about the CDC and talking about like how COVID is was running rapid this summer, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I missed the memo. But supposedly there was another COVID variant out, and they referred to it as the razor blade throat.
Oh my
So
God.
like it was like if you felt like blades in your throat, it was like very sharp throat pain. Most
Uh-huh.
likely you had COVID and things like that. So I'm like, oh Lord, here we go again with this. And I was thinking, and I was like, let me not bring that energy to myself. But I'm like, I've never had COVID. And I was like, it'll be weird if I get my ass out here in Colorado and catch COVID. Because you know what I think? I think about cold weather making people sick all the time. Because you know how your
Mm-mm.
grandparents be like, out in that cold, your ass gonna get sick. But I was like, let me rebuke that because I am a healthy human being. I take care of my body. My immune system will fight everything off. So I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But that was just a FYI. So
I
you
never had
see
COVID
people,
either.
you've had COVID?
No, I never had it. And then I got tested for the antibodies and my doctor was like, she was like, I don't know if you had it, but your body has built up an immune system to it. She was like, you have like triple the antibodies. And
Woman.
I can never say I had COVID. That's what she said. She told me, she's like, I don't know if you had it and your body just fought it off. She was like, but you have like triple the antibodies. And I'm like, all right. Bet. Say less. I told my mom I need that vaccine. She made me go get that shit anyways.
Man, I know. And
I did not
my
want to get that. I waited.
I
I
got it
was I
too.
was
But you know, me and you got it around the same time. I got it too. But I was like, man, because they was making on base, they was making it seem like military. We had to go get it, or this was our job. You know what I'm saying? The shit they make you do. Black Couch said if his blood sugar drop, his patience drop. That is true.
that's a
And
fact. That's a big fact.
I did want to, yeah. So speaking of the list, he says that he makes a shit list, and it's very effective. This is my thing. I was just gonna ask Tiara if she does that. Like I have so every week I do my calendar, right? And I place
Hmm.
every single thing in order, like where I have to be at, classes and all that. Anything that I have to do that's important, I'll put it in my calendar, in my Outlook calendar. So it's always alerting me, and I feel accomplished. Like when I look at my calendar, I'm like, oh, I did this and I did that. Now in within a week, but I said give me a month of sobriety, and then I'm gonna move into a bigger and better plan in September. But
Hmm.
that does make you feel good, like when you know effective and you knocking shit off your task list is
Crossing shit up.
always a good one.
I feel like that's the
Yeah.
Virgo in me. I always have a list. I always have a list, whether it's at work or at home. I consciously have a list.
So we're gonna check in with everybody, and the check-in questions are: did I live? Did I learn? And did I love today? I feel like if you ask yourself those questions every day, it kind of makes you feel like you're leading a purpose-filled life. You know, like you're pinching yourself to make sure you're still alive sometimes. So, did you live, Tiara? Of course you did.
I
But you
did.
know, did you live? Did you
I did.
learn? And did you
I
love
did.
today?
I did. I did all of those. I really did. I don't know if I should say in detail how, but I did live. I did learn, and I did love.
That sounds freaky.
No, no, I didn't even mean it like that. I didn't.
Definitely say I don't want to go into details, but I
I'm
did
just
live.
saying.
We lived
I'm
on
just
a wild side. Did you live on a
no.
wild
That was not what I meant at all. That is not what I meant. Okay. I just.
side?
Well, question
So
to you: did you live, learn, and love today?
yes, I did. I lived. I did live. I feel like that hike really gave me a snapback. So I lived. I loved because I didn't cuss out a few people that I wanted to cuss out
Good
this
job.
week.
Good
I
job.
did good. I articulated myself very well. Um, and I love. I'm always loving. You know, I feel like love is the only thing that keeps me moving, and that's loving my strangers, my enemies, loving everybody. I'm just lovable.
Well, good
But
job.
I did learn, and this is what I learned.
What did you
We
learn?
learned, to be honest. So it's Mother Nature time for me. TMI. I don't care. This is the Talk Me Through It podcast. It's like a coffee shop conversation. We kiki with you, and you kiki with us. And this is what's going on this week. Wait, what Reaper said?
He being nosy. He want to know what I meant.
Oh, yeah. I told you. That's what it sounded like. But
We used to
um,
call it Reaper. It's Wednesday, not the weekend. Relax.
we are not on a diaper move. Oh, she probably did do the diaper move, Reaper.
I did. Mind y'all business. Mind y'all business.
Well, who ain't doing no moving is me. So Tiara sent something to me that was very interesting, right? So 28 cycles, right, that we go through. And
28 days.
since I've been getting older, you know, excuse me, since I've gotten older, I've been like really dissecting my cycle. And it's like I don't really like go into details. I just know that it's coming and blah blah blah. But I never really paid attention to the mood swings and the way that things change when it's time to go through that process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always say, like, we used to always joke about this and say that we're not the only ones with a cycle. Men get cycles too. So, fellas, here goes the study. I'm going to read the study that talks about Reaper. Just stay with us, Reaper. Yes, this is cycle talk because you go through a cycle as well, and we're about to break this down for you, right? For men, you guys go through a 24-hour cycle. Women, we go through a 28-day cycle, which is not fair, but that's neither here nor there, you know? Yes, oh, your pee never bleeds, Reaper. But in the morning, did you know testosterone peaks for you guys? You feel focused, alert, and ready to go. But midday, testosterone is still high. You're social, you're confident, and productive. Afternoon, your testosterone begins to dip. You feel tired, you're quieter, and it's time for you to kind of wind down. At nighttime, your testosterone is the lowest, and it's time for sleep and reset and rest and reset. So that sounds like a simple, typical day. And I feel like sometimes maybe like when y'all hit like afternoon-ish, that's when y'all become, what is the word? A nice word for them. Not bitchy, because we don't want to call them that.
A little more distant? Leave me alone.
I don't know.
A little bit more distant.
Chad, you're also supposed to help us out with this type of stuff. Ladies, what can we call it that is very appropriate for them? But
a little
I feel
distant.
like, yeah.
Just a little distant.
A little distant? That's too nice. Like
they be trying. It's more trying for them in the afternoon. They start to wind down. That's all. They start to wind down.
More attitude, a little. The girl, my daughter. I'll never forget. My daughter called her daddy sassy. I thought that was so hilarious. A little sassy. Y'all get a little sassy. Let's go with that turn.
You ain't gonna never hit the end of that one. You will never hit the end of that one.
Oh my God, sassy. Y'all get a little sassy too.
You can't say that. You gonna get in trouble.
All right. Well, y'all get a little.
Moody.
I don't know. Moody. Okay. How come they could get a nicer word and we get bitchy? Like, that's not fair.
But it is what it is. We ain't say it was fair.
For our 28 days of cycle, we go through like 4 different phases, y'all. So the question is, well, let's see, we got some action. We just don't want to hear nonsense at the end of the day. Nah, your testosterone is low.
Drop it. Just a little bit.
Let's call it what it is. And because of that, so this all started making sense. I'm getting somewhere with this. It all started making sense because I ran across this video of Tiffany Haddish, right? And it was a stand-up comedy that she did. And what's funny is it felt very relevant to this topic because, if you pay attention to how babies are formed, right? Everybody has a vagina, right? And when it splits, that's when you guys create balls, right? And that's what make the baby and the girl. So
ever look at balls? You ever see that seam they got on their ball right now? But it's a seam, like somebody sewed their shit up.
All right. So here it goes.
I was curious about that. Why they got a hemline on their balls? What's going on with the ball hem? I want to know why. And I figured out why. See, all of us, every human being, we all started out as female. And then a chromosome kicks in. And then they coochie fall out. And that's what make them a man. Their coochie fall out. And so that hemline is their coochie healing up, closing. It's their lips closing up. And the sac is their uterus, and the nuts inside is their ovaries. And that's why some men act like bitches. Yeah. Ever look at balls? You ever see that seam they got on their ball right now? But it's a seam, like somebody sewed their shit up. I was curious about that. Why they got a hemline on their balls? What's going on?
Oh, y'all be looking at balls.
That's what he's saying. So she basically
look at
was
balls.
trying to.
You ever see that seam they got on their ball right now? But it's a seam, like somebody sold their shit up.
Trying to figure out what that.
I was curious about that. Why they got a hemline on their balls? What's going on
I'm like, why
with the ball hem? I want to know why. And I figured out why.
Down the ball.
See, all of us, every human being, we all started out as female.
And she said,
and then the chromosome kicks in.
When, you guys.
Chromosome kicks in, and then the coochie fall out, and that's what make them a man.
And bam,
the coochie fall out.
Still playing.
Y'all.
And so that hemline is that coochie healing up, closing. It's their lips closing up. And the sac is their uterus, and the nuts inside is their ovaries. And that's why some men act like bitches. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That's why some of them act like bitches.
I'm not sharing the video anymore.
18. So I never wonder why. I just look delicately. Right.
I never wonder why I just look at 18, you're a mess. You're definitely a mess. But that makes sense. Oh my God. It's still playing?
No, it's not playing.
Oh, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what I was saying. I was wondering, like, why is that seam there? But it makes sense. So you guys do have cycles. That's the moral of the story. You do have cycles.
Just not
you
as
just
many
have 24-hour cycles. Yep. Yes. So what is the most ridiculous thing you've done, THRU, during that time? Or like while you've been feeling off, like, when you go through the things that you go through during your time, what has been like one of the most ridiculous things you've done at that time?
Cry. I'm just crying.
I know.
Unnecessary crying for no reason. And it's like every little thing that you just bottle up and box up and put in the back of your head and be like, I ain't dealing with it. I ain't thinking about it. It is what it is. That's when it just decides to come out and just poke at you. And it's like, leave me alone. And so you just be crying randomly for random things. That's not...
Not true.
Like like at that time, your mind can be your worst enemy for no reason. It's like, why? It's like your body be attacking itself.
Yeah. And it's crying. Like, I'm trying to compose the bitch for coming out. Like, I don't want to be this person, but I can't help it. I mean, I would cry too for the most stupidest shit. I can watch something and just cry. Like, I don't know. Like, so I was telling you, and it's always like the week before or a couple days before.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I having all these intrusive thoughts? Like, all the shit that I already know I've been fighting all week. Now all of a sudden I want to be a bitch about it. Like, why? And then I have to come back to myself. So it's like, we're really talking about this, fellas, because we know we have a guy following, males follow us, and we have male friends, and you guys may get into a relationship or are in a relationship. It is something that you need to kind of take into consideration.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because a lot of guys be like, "Oh, psycho, I don't want to talk about that," and da 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 da. But if you are a man that wants to be in a relationship with a woman, it's probably been in your best interest to actually learn a little bit about it, because at some parts of the month, you're dealing with a different person, a completely different person that ain't always mentally stable. I'm gonna tell you that.
No,
Oh,
it ain't. It ain't. That's one time we allowed to just lose it, and not lose it completely. It's just like we might just be a little bit more in our feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
18. I used to be mad because someone knocked on the door.
Girl.
Any little noises, the clacking of plates, like it's just like you're just so on edge. You know what I'm saying?
More irritated. Like, I hate for people to. I already hate for people to just be talking loud. I hate for people to talk loud, just keep using a whole bunch of unnecessary words. Get to the point. Leave me alone. Last month, I was mad I had to go up 2 flights of stairs because the nerve of the stairs to be here. Why don't this building have an elevator? I was pissed off.
Yeah. What's up, DRX? Nice of you to join us. Reaper said crazy mode. Yes. So, Ash said, I can see somebody cry and it'll make me cry like an impact. Yes. Like, dude, I'm telling you,
no,
I be crying on anything. Like, knowing this is about to happen and still crying. It's like, girl, that's just a movie. Calm down.
Depending on what day it is, I can see somebody crying and it pissed me off. Because why are you bothering me with your tears right now?
How dare you be in your feelings and I'm in mine?
Have to make me deal with something else. No.
Right. Man, DRX, what's up? Yes. Reaper. Allow is a great word. Allow, you guys should allow us to do that. Let me tell you, my boyfriend definitely knows, because I start craving stuff. He just stay out the way. He'll check in every now and then, but he knows, and he'll be like, I'll give you that because I know what's going on. It's nice to be understanding, and then when you do that, it kind of makes you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be acting like this. Look at this. You know what I'm saying?
You just sometimes you gotta understanding.
Battles, guys. Yeah. I did not watch Reaper. I did not finish Straw because I kind of had a feeling. I knew how it was going to end, and then the shit I'm going through in my life. My friends advised me not to watch it.
I watched it through and through, and Carl then told her, don't watch that shit, and then told her in detail what happened in the movie. And she was like, you're right. I was like, you don't need to watch that. The thing in Reaper, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to be done with it. Yes, I cried. Yes, the movie pissed me off because it could have been better, but I still cried, and I still understand it. I still understood it. So, whatever. Don't judge me. And I don't know which part of the cycle I was on that day. Damn it. Don't judge me. I can cry.
And speaking of that, so study shows that, I also learned this, study shows that women need 47 minutes. Why not an hour? Why 47? I have no clue. But 47 minutes of undivided attention from their partner.
Yep. Almost
just now. 47 minutes. 47 minutes of undivided attention can get you a long way. And that makes sense. It really does make sense just to have somebody check. So I think that goes back to when we talk about checking in and things like that, why that is like important for like relationship realities, right? Yeah. Because it's like 47 minutes is nothing. That's almost an hour. That's not even an hour, you know?
And think about it. You do more time at work acting like you caring about a coworker conversation than that. You know what I mean? You be at work all damn day acting like you care about your coworker conversation, and you really don't.
Yeah.
Come home and give me 45 minutes. I don't care if you don't care. Act like you care, goddammit. I need to get this shit off. I gotta tell you what Becky did today. Because you know I need to vent.
Yeah. It's 47, fellas. So that's a tip of the day. Give your girl 47 minutes. And not just your girl, you know, they say ladies do. So I'm so glad Reaper is in here talking about and Black Couch say he be back. But they so big on their piece, right? So we're gonna get to that too. We're gonna get to that. But that is a part that is something that would probably make you actually have more peace by just dedicating 47 minutes. Just 40. You can set a timer. Just don't let her know. But you can set a timer.
You're gonna really fuck it out. Don't let her know.
No. Please, because if I'm talking to you at that time, I go, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Ash says, "Strong made me mad. You never know what people going through. No, you never do. You never freaking do. And that's what it was for me. Because at the time of my life, I'm like, I'm over here trying to heal emotionally and mentally, and motherfuckers bugging me about what I'm not doing. Like, you don't know what I'm going through right now, so that is very triggering. Very triggering. I'm a
no,
demon
but
because
what
I
pissed
laughed
me off with the movie is they did every bad thing that could happen to that lady in one day. They just put it within 24 hours. Like, come on. So that's why I'm saying the movie was sad. It made me cry, but it pissed me off because it's like, damn, it had to be that bad.
Yeah. Like, damn, that was a little dramatic, a little
That was a lot.
overkill.
But it
Right.
was okay.
So next topic we want to discuss is we're talking relationship realities. All right, rejected intimacy in a relationship. How rejection shows up and how do you handle it? Now, I say this, like, fellas, ladies, have you ever been rejected at a time you wanted to be intimate? That's the question.
And we can even go back to that 47 minutes, because if you coming in the house and you just want to talk and vent to your person for a few minutes and they're like, wait, hold up, no, I don't feel like it right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's
rejection.
That's intimacy as well. Yeah.
That's intimacy. And it's like I wanna have have a moment with you and just tell you about my day, and you're like, not right now, I don't want to, whatever. That could be a little rejection that you have to get over instantly walking in the house.
Yeah, I feel like the way I would handle being rejected with like any form of intimacy, we definitely gonna discuss this. Like, like if you tell me, if I come in and I want to talk and you're like, oh, not right now, I'm gonna give you that time. Because it's been, I've witnessed, like I've been in a situation where my dude know he can't focus on too many things at one time, and he'll be like, hold up, let me finish this text, or hold up, let me finish this. Yeah, I respect that. I feel like that is a good way to communicate and just, it's not so hard of like, just look, I ain't got time for it. It's like, hold up, give me this moment, and then I'll get back to you. That's respectful. I know that nigga can't multitask. Trust me, because he be like articulating himself so well. I prefer him to have his undivided attention when I'm, trying to express it. So,
but come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
So, boundaries and emotional labor. How do you deal with people who just want to have access to you and that is it? Like, I'm checking in every now and then, but it ain't going nowhere.
I don't do it no more. I stopped answering the phone. I don't do it. I do not, and I make it very clear. I don't do people that just want to have access to my life. I hate when people don't want to really be in your life. They just want to be able to pick up the phone and call for 5 minutes when they feel like it. You know what I mean? Or if you, oh my God, if I post something on Instagram, I post an Instagram pic, and all of a sudden, here go the DMs, here go the text messages, here go the phone calls. No, sir, you don't have access to me. And I have a few people like that. Like, they don't think about me until they see me on Instagram, and then all of a sudden they want to call, text, and all of this. You don't have access to me. I make it very clear. Like, I'll tell you it one time, and after that, I'm just not gonna answer the phone. I make it very. I hate when people just want to have access to your life. You have nothing. You don't want no type of real relationship with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you just want to be. You just want to be. Make sure I'm tangible. Like I'm reachable.
Just make sure I can put my hands on you when I want to. I don't like that, and I cut people off quick for that. I don't like that. And on top of that, you never know. Oh, Betty, you never know what I got going on. I might be with my man. And all of a sudden today, you decide you want to call me
like it's something like that.
Out the blue. Why? We don't talk. Now my man looking at me like, who this nigga calling you? I ain't talked to that nigga in 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Why are you bothering me? Like, you can't. So that's the reason why I don't do this. Like, no. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna have going on. But when I do have something going on, it ain't gonna be you popping up disturbing my peace. No.
And don't you hate like when they do that? Like when a person does do that? Because fellas, ladies do it too. Ladies do it too. Because I've been on that side of the boat too. I've done it before. So I can admit to ladies doing it too. Just reaching out just to make sure. You know, I used to do my old head that all the time. Just because he was a handyman. And you know, I used to do my dude always for a good time. If I want to go, me and the girls out to the bar, meet us at the bar, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's unfair, but he made that okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it is, when it's being done to you, it is aggravating because it's like, dude, like, what do you want? And then once you express that, it's like, oh, you got an attitude. No, I don't have attitude.
Especially when you know they don't want nothing from you.
Yes.
I don't want nothing from you. I just want to pop up because I can.
Just to see if I have access to you.
Just to see if I still got access.
Man, it's hard. It's really hard being a good girl.
Wait, look at Rachel said sorry to this man. Yes, Rachel. You know, I said quick, sorry to that man. I don't know who that man is. I don't know who he is. He could walk down the street. I don't even know him anymore. Sorry.
For real, be a whole stranger. For real. Being a good girl is hard. It really is. Like, is it true that good girls finish last? Do you ever get tired of being a good girl?
Man.
What's the pros and cons? Give me some pros and cons.
The pros. What's the pros?
They say the pros is, you know, eventually you get your moment. You know what I'm saying? You get your knight in shining armor and, you know, all that good stuff. And you get, you know, the fairy tale eventually, you know? I think another pro is when it comes to maybe your morals.
Of course.
And your respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody could talk on you.
Of course.
Give me some pros. What's your pros?
I'm sitting here laughing because I just had this conversation. I'm like, these hoes be winning. You sit back and you watch these hoes be winning, you be like, this is ridiculous. No.
Get it sexy.
Oh my God. The hoes be winning. But yes, the pros of being a good girl. I mean, you're trustworthy, you're loyal, bruh. And I mean,
It does. We are not selling this pretty well.
I know. It's your morals intact. Look at me laughing. Your morals intact. You're a homebody.
You living right for God. We are not selling. We're doing a bad job at selling this. We probably could list the cons.
I can't.
The cons. What are the cons, T?
Oh, you be inside. You be where you supposed to be. Nigga know exactly where you gonna be at. They know exactly what time to walk around this way because you're gonna be right there where you see always where you supposed to be. You always doing what you're supposed to be doing, taking care of what you're supposed to be taking care of.
All right. Okay.
And then family. I'm playing.
Family, my husband. Rach said she's over it. They're horrible. And Ash says, well, Ash guys, these niggas be taking us there. Wherever Jasmine be selling. Yes, Jasmine Sullivan was on. That album was it. They do be taking us up. They do.
No,
this is the thing, though.
Not
This is not because we are females. So I mean, I put the stream in the chat earlier. If a fella want to come up and speak on a woman, but I did say that it's both ways. It's not just a man bashing segment. We're just people are talking about their experiences, and I've admitted to having access to calling my old head and just having access to him. You know what I'm saying? Just to have him. And one day, you know what he did? He said he had a woman now. And my time of using him was up. And it kind of hurt my feelings, but I was like, you know what? He right. Because he been trying to get me to act right. Been trying to get me to play to do right. And I was just like not trying to settle like that at that time. So like I was like, he deserved that. He really do deserve that. And I respected that. See the difference sometimes with some people, they don't respect that. And they keep constantly gnawing at you. You know what I'm saying? I respected that. We're not man bashing, Reaper. But
it's running both ways.
Yeah.
So dropping in and out, like, because women do it too.
Yeah, and Reaper, you can't talk because you just admitted to being a demon. So
always
wanting your peace, but are you peaceful? Clock it.
They be quick to say that. They be quick to say they want a peaceful relationship out here with all the chaos, turning shit up, flipping shit over, shaking the damn table, and then come back and say, I need my peace. God damn it.
Create the peace. So being a good girl, all the cons is also that, like Tiara said, sometimes like, so being a good guy, like it could go vice versa.
It's the same thing.
People all the time, oh, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that while you out having your fun. You know what I'm saying? Like just taking advantage of the good girl. Sometimes the good girl get taken advantage.
Sometimes, a lot of times, good girl will finish last because you're predictable. You're predictable and you're safe. It's the truth. But that's also the good part about you, because you know how to move. You know how you do what you're supposed to do. You are where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's not a bad thing at all. That's not a con. That's your nature. That's your characteristics. Like, that's me. I'm home. I'm a homebody. I like to be home.
Yeah.
I like to be. My man can call me right now. He know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm at because I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think like that.
And I think like honestly, at this big old age, it comes a time where you can't just be out here playing in the streets no more. Like it feels like the STD game is like it was when the AIDS came out in the first years, back in the day. feels like all this is spiraling back again. So it's like at 30 something, it's time to be a little bit more responsible with your actions. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. With your actions, with your private parts.
Yeah. With all that, like it's time to be a little bit more responsible. You know what I'm saying? With cameras coming out, like being recorded, doing stuff, like it's time to be a little more responsible and a little bit more private. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I feel like good girls do finish last, but it's worth it. So
at the end of the day, and it feels like, yeah, my bad, D. It feels like you finished last, but you win when you win. Yep. You always win when you win.
Yeah. So a win is a win, right?
A win is a win. And I'd rather win being myself and being a good girl than being something I'm not and out here doing the most to get some shit. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know what? Another thing is, too, I never wanted, because people talk. People talk. As much as you think that people are not talking, they talk. So, like, we should have known this since fucking high school days, if you was having sex in high school. People talk. You know, It may be like, oh, it's going to be a secret, but it's always that one person that somebody else confiding in. I know, because I tell Tiara everything. I'm sorry. I just do. So it's like, people talk. You know what I'm saying? So it will get out eventually. And you never know just how loyal that other person is. You know what I'm saying? So just like reputation has always been something for me. And I don't know if it's because I just grew up around guys all the time and they just like.
And they show you how dudes talk about females. Yes. And so that's why, and that's the thing. You can't, like, it's been, you can't say, well, it's not fair if guys can do it and they can do it. It is what it is. We do not play on the same playing field. It's just a fact. You cannot be out here moving all crazy because they will talk about you. You will look like a hoe. You will become that hoe. It's just, it is what it is. We're not the same.
Yeah. Did you know that people are cheating through the Notes app?
I ain't mad. Well, I am. But that's smart. It's smart. Sir, you gotta do all that. Just go ahead.
Right. Just go ahead. But I thought that was pretty clever. I'm like, wow. Everybody knows about the Snapchat stuff, right? If you got Snapchat still to this day, what you doing? But, well, I ain't gonna say that because Snapchat keeps all the memories. I have good memory photos on Snapchat when it was a thing. But at the same time, that was the latest cheating trend, right? So now the Notes app on your phone, where you write your notes, people are cheating. So I'm like, oh my God, that's so clever.
Because you can share your notes. Like we share notes.
Your notes. So you're literally having a conversation. Yes. But Rachel said, wait, what? I would feel played if somebody sent me a message via notes. But this is the thing. That's the sneaky part. So obviously there's sneaky links doing this. So it's obviously somebody must know that they got a girl and, you know, all that type of stuff. Yeah, that's just too much energy. Like that's a lot. Right? But that is the latest trend. Cheating through the Notes app. Because you can literally have a conversation in notes. That's crazy.
You share notes and just go back and forth.
Who would think about going through their man notes? Like
that's a lot. Nobody would think about it. Like nobody would think about going through notes. You're going through messages. You're going through DMs. You're going through WhatsApp. You're going through right in your face. Notes. So this where it says grocery list is the other kind of groceries y'all talking about.
Yes. Ashley, that's tore up. That is tore up.
That's tore up.
That's all the way tore up.
That is very tore up.
So, but all at the end of the day, How do you know if they really like you? All right. How do we know if they really like you? This is my spiel on, do they really like you? I've been in a relationship. If they're mean to you, I feel like if a person is being mean to you, they don't like you. Because why are you being mean to me? Like, why? Like, what's the reason to be mean to me? You don't like me. You're nice to people that you like, right? If I do something and you just blurt out the word "be" to me, call me something that like so strong, you don't like me. Because why did you go from 0 to 100 over something so simple, right? I feel like people really be in situations and their mates and their partner don't really like them.
That's true. Sometimes people really do be in relationships with people that don't like them. They love them. They can love them and want to be with them for whatever reason, but don't like them as a person.
I feel like I don't think they can love them if they don't like them either. Because like if you love me too, you definitely will be nice to me.
So here's the thing. You could be in a relationship for a long time and I love you, but I don't like you. I don't like you today. I don't like you. I ain't like you last week. I don't like you. I don't like the person that you're being. If that makes sense. I love you though.
I understand.
Just don't. You can't. You can't stay. It's time for you to go. But
I'm scarred. I am so scarred because I'm like, dude, I've been with somebody who's been very mean, and I'm like, a stranger on the street would be nicer to me.
But you know what? That's true, and it also depends. You have to know who you're dealing with, and not to make excuses for no goddamn grown ass person. But some people are like that in their mind. It's like, I might have said something mean to you, but then turn around and do something nice to you right after. You know what I'm saying? It's mind games, it's narcissistic shit, whatever. But in their mind, it's still they're being nice. They're still loving you, if that makes sense. They might say something mean, but do something nice, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you crazy, but I'm still gonna bring you your favorite snack every day. Be like,
that sounds toxic.
That's very toxic, but it's very common.
Yes, it's so common. It is so common, and that's the scary part because it's so common and it's so toxic, and everybody is screaming, "I want my peace! I want my peace!" But are you fucking peaceful? Are you bringing peace to the table, Mrs. and Mr.? I want my peace.
I want my peace.
Let's talk about that. Peace versus silence. All right, fellas. I really wish Black Couch was in here, so because he always screaming, "I don't want no nagging. I don't want no nagging and nagging." Sir, do you want silence? You don't want to be asked any questions. Like, what is y'all, fellas? What is y'all version of peace?
Just quiet. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. How about this? How about I tell you my version of peace, right? It would be, for me, it would be not just quiet, like good communication. You know what I mean? It don't even have to be necessarily everything in agreement, but just have communication. Like, okay, that's what you're doing. All right, cool. I don't really, whatever, but that's cool. As communication, peaceful communication as to what is going on, I think I'll be good. That's my idea of peace. Even if it's just, hey, I'm about to go do this and you do this or whatever, you know? Keep down confusion. Okay.
What about the lack of remorse, the lack of apologies, and being dismissive? Like, is that, how can I put this? Is that a sign of like having lack of emotional intelligence? And you should just like you know, because we be kind of like, as women, we be kind of like forgiving of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We forgive a lot of things. I feel like we forgive a little bit more than some men. Some men.
You want to know why? You want to know why we have to be more forgiving? Because a lot of times we be sensitive as shit to simple shit. We just be sensitive. So it's like you have to be more forgiving because a lot of a lot of times we be looking at shit the wrong way. We just took it the wrong way, and it's like I wasn't, you know, it may have came off as I was just saying it that way, but that's not how I meant it. Or you know what I mean? Like it's possible we could have just been in our feelings about some bullshit and took it the wrong way. I know I have.
It could be that time of the month.
Yeah, it could be, and so that's where good communication comes in, because it's like, hey, babe, I ain't like when you said that like that. Did you mean that like that? No, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I was a little busy right now. I'm coming. All right, cool.
All right. So, Reaper says, no dumb questions, asking me to do something while I'm busy. Asking me to do something while I'm busy. tell a story without ad-libs and no accountability. Oh my God, that's Pete. Okay, because I was wondering about, like, is peace just being silent? Like, when they say they want their peace, are they saying like, just don't say nothing, just shut the F up? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be talking about nothing and stuff like that, because it could be something that I have a question about. Yep, something I have a question about, and you like, oh, you're messing with my peace. You're messing with my peace. No, motherfucker, you just don't want to deal with this issue right now.
You don't want to talk.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference. You don't want to talk. Ain't nobody messing with your damn peace. You did some crazy shit. Can we talk about it? No. Oh, that's messing with your peace. That's because you know you on bullshit.
Yeah, you on some bullshit. So I feel good communication is good. We want y'all to communicate. All right, Reaper. Got you. All right. You want us to communicate and not for y'all to just figure it out. Because they have the women too. They have women who just want you to figure the shit out what's wrong with me. Nah, that's aggravating. I can only imagine. Fellas, if you got to deal with that, I feel sorry for you.
Oh my God, that shit. And I done told you this. That's how I know I could never be with a woman.
You took the words out of my mouth, but I wasn't gonna say that.
When women do that shit, you supposed to be able to read my mind. You know how I felt type shit. Yes, that's the voice I gave him. I don't care, because that's what I hear. Oh my God, I'll be like, girl.
Sick fella says situational awareness. Whoa, what's up? 23 Gaming. Nice to see you. You joined us. This is, side note, this is the most we get from you these days, sir. This is the most we appreciate it. We appreciate it. This is the most we get from you. Reaper, yes. You can't read minds. Definitely true. Yeah, so that can be aggravating. But I don't want to be like, I don't want everybody to use the peace thing to their advantage when you're not even a peaceful motherfucker. You don't deserve peace because you ain't bringing peace.
Yeah. Look what sick fella said. His mom died. Can we talk?
Oh my God.
No, bitch, we can't talk. No. Situational awareness, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely situational awareness. It's definitely a time. It's a time and a place. I think men don't like nitpicking at stuff that disturbs peace. Yeah, but yeah, I get that. But it's like everybody needs to, like Sick Fella says, have situational awareness and know when it's time to bring that, when it's time to communicate. Because to be honest, yeah, guys don't always want to communicate. And that's just something that they just lack. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't want to communicate. Sometimes there's a time and a place.
Especially when we hit them with that, babe, we need to talk.
Oh, don't
what we
you
need
say
to
that?
Talk about?
I hate when somebody tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
We need to talk. What we need to talk about?
That makes me, when I hear that, that makes me think of something been swirling in your head all this time, and you have just decided that you want to talk about it. So and it's always when you in your high spirit, you feeling good. We need to talk.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Now I'm sitting so mad, trying to figure out what. What Reaper said just got fired. I've been thinking that's not cool. Man, what do you want to eat, woman? I don't know. Are you hungry? Why did you give me anything? That's the one. Oh my God, I feel bad because I've done that before. Because now let's talk about this. Sometimes we don't know what we want to eat. Sometimes we need to be led there. It's like, because we can really eat anything.
Here's the thing, and y'all can talk about me. I don't care. I love for a man to pick out my food for me. Like, if you know me well enough, you know I can't eat cheese. You know I don't really eat pork.
She's a real wife.
So if my man be like, babe, I got us this to eat tonight, cool. Less I gotta ask. Less I gotta think about the food about to come. What we got? We got this. All right. Easy day. I love that. I love not having to worry about.
It just has to be something that I like to eat, though, too.
I might have not even wanted it today, but I'm gonna eat it today. I feel like thinking about that shit. I've been thinking all day. Sorry.
Sometimes you gotta just be battles, bro.
I told you that's how. And see, that was one. When it comes to the end of the day, I think all day at work. At work, I'm thinking for everybody all damn day. If I gotta go home and think about all kind of shit too, I don't want to. That's one of the main reasons why it worked out with you training me so well, because I love coming to the gym and somebody say, hey, do this, this, and this, and this, and you could go back. Easy day. Tell me what to do. I don't feel like thinking.
Friend, you would make the perfect wife again. I'm telling y'all, like, she is just so easy to please. Like, oh my God, you are really.
Ain't that goddamn easy.
What's up, Chelsea? Nice of you to join us.
Hey, Chelsea.
Yes, make sure y'all hit that like button. Yes, and follow. Like, you, friend, you easy to please. Like, you really are. Women went from cooking to tell me what to eat.
Even that. Tell me what you want to eat. All right, I'm gonna cook tonight. What you want? You want pasta tonight? Okay, cool. That's cool. Cause see, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the grocery store at the beginning of the week, and I'm gonna make a meal for each day while I'm in the grocery store. And this is what we eat. Ain't no more thinking about it. This is what we eating this week.
That's funny.
Don't judge me, y'all. I don't care. Don't judge me.
It's all good. It is. You are the good wife. Really easy to please, man. It don't take much. I mean, I'm easy to please, but I could be a little indecisive. I've been working on it though. I've been working on being indecisive because, yeah, I mean, I don't. We talk about this, but Dan brought home some shit from a restaurant last night, and he looked at me. So this, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't peed off, but I did feel away because you text me what you want to eat tonight, right? Or what you feel like eating, and I was like, whatever you.
I said whatever. So,
yeah, whatever you want to eat, right? But hear me out. I said whatever you want to eat, and he never responded or whatever. So I'm sitting down, I'm talking to you, I'm getting the podcast shit together, right? Mm-hmm. And I did text. I said, oh, I want some watermelon. I've been wanting watermelon. I love watermelon. I've been wanting watermelon every damn day. So I was like, I want some watermelon. And this man came home with no watermelon.
Oh, God. No watermelon. At this stage in the cycle, D. Not at this stage in the cycle.
My watermelon. And I've been trying to give him a heads up, like the app say, it's coming in like 3 days. So you should know. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't say nothing. I was chilling. He reached me the little food, some enchiladas or some shit from the restaurant. And I was like, I don't want that. Said I didn't want that because I was not wanting that. I didn't want that. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna give you the divvy. But he also had a McDonald's bag, right? So my little thing every now and then, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest. Hot fries from McDonald's been my shit when I'm like sticking and moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, ooh, I want some quick hot fries from McDonald's. So I ate the fries. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I didn't want this. I wanted water, but I ain't say nothing. So, it comes time for us to get ready for bed or whatever. And I'm like, why you didn't break the watermelon? Oh, I forgot. And he said I was guilt tripping him.
He did bring home 2 different meals. He tried.
I just think he really didn't want to stop and get watermelon. Like, but I let it slide. So the type of guy he is, though, I bet you I get watermelon this week. It's gonna be at the time when I'm not expecting it. That's the type of shit he do. But it was just the fact, like, man, my body, my body was craving watermelon. I wanted freaking watermelon.
I sure hope you get your watermelon. If you'll get that watermelon this week. Y'all,
I ain't holding against him.
She ain't get that watermelon. What y'all said?
Look, y'all said meal prep is essential, and then she said, "Oh, Rika said a good wife." I agree. Yeah, she is a good wife. Trust me, she is. I dated a guy who did leftovers. He refused leftovers. I'm like, well, we meal prep over here. Yeah, meal prepping do come in handy, and it's like we usually cook, y'all, but we just ran out of food to cook. You know what I'm saying? We gotta re-up. Ran out of food to cook. But so the guilt trip thing, that's been his little thing. I guilt trip sometimes, right? I don't feel like it's guilt tripping. I feel like it's just saying how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So then I told him, I'm like, well, you're not gonna get away with saying guilt trip. You're not guilt tripping the guilt tripper. Because that's not gonna work here. And I made me a cup of tea, and I made him some tea too. And we had tea and we went to bed. See, some women would have been like, I'm mad, he ain't bring that watermelon. I think I handled myself very well. Yes. Reaper, those fries don't digest. Yes, that's what they say, but I work to be honest, I ain't really eating nothing. And that's another thing. Sometimes I've been eating like later on in the evening, like late evening, like before like 5 o'clock evening eating. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I ain't gonna go into a tangent about my body, but I work hard. So them fries probably gone by this morning.
Yeah, you eat the fries, yep.
I need the fries, but what's crazy, let me tell you how your body changed. And it's that time, so you already know how your cravings be, right? I wanted a Sprite too. I was like, oh my God, my body was craving acid after that, like fries and the fucking Sprite. And then I was like, nope, let me make me some tea. So my body is still adjusting to certain things. Chelsea said, man, I also had an ex that would say the store was out. He didn't want to get it or forgot. Yeah.
Charles, that's funny. My ex I would send him to the store. He'll come back with 2 of the largest or whatever you ask for. It'd be like, sir, make that shit make sense. That don't make no sense. Why you got 2 of the largest item you could? Well, you asked for it. You wasting all the money.
Gotta give people the benefit of, give them grace. So we're gonna move on to because I'm excited to share this lesson of the day that I learned, guys. This was really, really some dope. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Lesson of the day. Not time for the TMI letter. Sorry.
That's cute.
I know,
We cute.
We are. That's why we're serving face.
What?
I say we definitely serving face. But
Okay.
here it is, the lesson of the day. All right.
Reaper, no, not lesson of the D. Reaper. Go ahead, D. Go.
Okay. So this is a study that I ran across, y'all. This is very, very interesting. It's called the Universe 25 Project, right? Back in the 60s and 70s, a scientist named John Calhoun ran what he called the universe experiments with mice. They always experimenting on mice, right? He gave them the perfect world. Unlimited food, no predators, plenty of space at first. At the beginning, things looked really great. The population grew fast, but once it got too crowded, their social order broke down. Males either turned violent or completely checked out. Females stopped raising their young, and eventually a group Calhoun called the beautiful ones emerged. They just ate and they groomed and isolated themselves, but didn't reproduce or contribute. In the end, the whole colony collapsed, even though resources were abundant. Calhoun believed this showed that without purpose, structure, and healthy social roles, abundance alone can't keep a society alive. Some people use this as a metaphor for modern life, like cities, social media, or even the way loneliness and disconnection show up today. So, also in the study, like some of the rats became cannibals. Like they started eating each other, and like uh, orders was made, like hierarchies was made and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, that is so relevant to society now. You know what I'm saying? And the things that's going on now. Like you can give. So it's. So I was thinking, I was like, he gave them a beautiful place that he thought was beautiful, a place to live, but in some type of way, they still wasn't free. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They still wasn't free. I mean, you're giving me all this abundance, but what if I don't want to be here? Like it's overpopulated. You know what I'm saying? Things are like people getting lazy. Like, how does that reflect now to society now? It's very relevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can give a person, oh, I'm trying to get back to our comments. Wait, hold up. I'm reading these comments. Reaper, lesson of the D. Reaper is crazy, huh? It's never enough. It's never enough, Reaper. You're right. So it's never enough. We're being overstimulated. It's never enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though they were reproducing and things like that, the colony still failed, right? And he did this research in this study again. And when he did it, the same results over and over again, y'all. So his conclusions was overcrowding and loss of meaningful social roles caused the collapse, not lack of food or space. When individuals lost purpose and structure, society unraveled. He called this behavioral sink, a decline in social behavior under conditions of abundance and density. How does this reflect in human implications? Overcrowded cities, the breakdown of community and family roles, right? The rise of social withdrawal, apathy, or extreme behavior. Even with material abundance, societies could collapse without meaning, structure, and connection. So it also goes to show you how connection and all that is important. Reaper said that's why the divorce rates are up.
But it also shows how no matter what, somebody's always going to want to be in a hierarchy or be in a higher group. Somebody's always going to be the person that's oppressed. Like it, no matter what, it's still going to break down into that. You can give people equal amount of everything, and they're still going to divide themselves.
Yeah.
They're still going to divide themselves. Somebody going to still want to be in hierarchy.
Yeah, and you still going to have your lazy people. I see the comments going in the lazy black couch is back talking about the laziness. The the people are gonna take advantage of just sitting there, not contributing to the colony. You know what I'm saying? Just being gluten.
And then that gives room for the other people to start making their moves. And now somebody's to, yeah.
So some people, later thinkers link this modern problem like rising loneliness, mental health crises, consumer culture without community, and declining birth rates that's developing during the nation.
Who?
Read these comments. So I thought that was like a really booty scratchers 2.0. I really thought this was a wild experiment because I'm like, that because people are always saying like with the world, we need more of this, we need more of this, we need abundance of this, abundance of this. But then do we really sometimes?
It's the perfect scenario with that too, sadly, these jails.
Yes.
These jails turn into them mice quick. Everybody coming out with the same amount of rations, the same 2 pair of drawers, the same bed, same little cover, same little mattress, and they still will divide up into hierarchy and all of the worst.
Right. And to be honest, that was in the study too, because I took a deep dive. Like the males and the females stopped reproducing, and they did express some, other type of behaviors, like what I'm saying, with not mating with the opposite sex,
Yeah.
The criticism behind the project was mice and humans, our social structures are more flexible and cultural. Some argue that the experiment was too artificial to apply directly, but many still use them as a metaphor for what happens when purpose and connection breaks down. So that's when I was talking about purpose and connection, community purpose and connection. So I thought that was like a real, like, cool little study.
I can definitely see where you were going with that.
Yep. And the females just checked out and stopped raising their youngs.
They just checked out. They just shut down. That happens too.
Yep. Yep. So that was my lesson of the day, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little spiel. And if you want to know again, that project is called the Universe 25 Project. And they are predicting that is actually happening now with our society.
Yeah. People shut down. I mean, if you pay attention, there's a lot more people right now deciding not to have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
I know. I get that though. I get it because it's like, so anytime I get into the spiel of like, oh, I want to have another kid, I pinch myself and I wake up. But the thing is, my dude always asks me why. Like, if he said, I was saying this today too. I was literally saying this today too, because another thing, I was in my feelings because my oldest kid is in college and I don't even hear from her anymore. Like, I be feeling away. And I was like, you know what? F them kids. And THRU was like, yeah, F them kids. But I was really feeling away. And it's always right. Like I said, it's always right before my cycle. But I feel like every time.
In my head. That's what I used to always get in my head about kids. It's like right before my cycle, like thinking about I wanted kids, I don't want kids, this and that. Now I'm firm in I don't need any kids. I have my nephews. I'm good. I have all my nieces and nephews. I got like 6 guy kids, and I'm good.
That's it.
Now, the only way I will consider it right now, that was the only way I considered it before. If my husband decided this is what he needs, okay.
So I was going to say, what are some reasons, chat, help me out with this. What are some reasons that people have a kid? Is it solely selfish reasons too? Because every time I'm asked, I always be like, oh, I just want to do it right this time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young when I had my 2, and I feel like I really, like, it was really unfair to bring them into the world under the situations, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. They're surviving, and they're nice, strong, independent young ladies, and they're doing well for themselves. Kudos to me and God. All right? And their parents.
God.
In my circle, and my community, I cannot take that away, you know, having the support I had. But when you think about it, it's always selfish reasons. Like, it's nothing. It's always like what you want to do. And then you can have a kid and it totally don't turn out how you want it to turn out.
No, because they become their own person. They are not, like, once they come out here and start having their own personalities and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, you technically you do own that little person, but you don't really own that little person's mind, and they have their own thoughts, and you know what I mean? They have their own journey to go through that don't have nothing to do with you.
Right. So, like Coach said, nah, I'm good. He says to save a relationship is one reason. Yep, I heard that too. Like, I know a couple people. And then we don't have to go down that one. I need the right woman for a family. Right. So, and that's another thing, y'all. People change. I don't know if it's something in the water or something in the birth process, but sometimes you'll be like, this person would be such a good parent. And you have that motherfucking kid, and that person do a whole 360 on you. You was like,
people become different people. People become different people when you have kids. Like, you have to, like, that's a whole nother version of you as a parent. Yeah. Like, you might have been a good partner, but are you a good co-parent? Like, that's completely different. You know what I mean?
Co-parent. Yes. Are you a good co-parent? Because from my experience, it was all with my oldest kid. It was always tug of war. What parent could do this and what parent could do that? And my kid totally took advantage of that. I can say she totally took advantage of that. But that was because he was not a good co-parenter. He still isn't. We just don't, you know, which is cool because she's grown now. But co-parenting is so important. Just like you think about like being with this person with the kid forever, you have to think about if shit don't go right, who would this person be? Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You got to think about those things before.
No. Wolfpack, we do. We're thinking about that. We need the minds. What Black Couch said. And then she checks out and goes to Sephora. Yes. Only married women are nice to me. Because they know.
Wolfpack.
But yeah, so the kids, I'm so nurturing. Come on, Ash. I'm so nurturing and love kids, but see them teens, give me anxiety. Girl.
Teenagers.
You know what it is? I think for me, you know what it is for me? I think it's like, I like baby things. Like, that's why if you see my social media, Tiara send me a baby pig, and I'll be like, oh, I want one. A baby fucking cow. But see, when they start growing, they're so cute when they're babies. When they grow, I'm like, you can have them.
You know why? Because when they're babies, they don't talk. They don't get to have all these feelings. Well, they have feelings, but you know how to manage them. Either they're hungry, or they're wet, or they're tired. It's easy to manage them. See, when them teenagers start teenaging, why go over there? I don't even have. Well, I have god kids, but them damn teenagers. Oh my God,
man. So Black House, let's dissect this. I'm too old to raise another dude's children. It ain't happening. Okay, so even if you really like her, now let me tell you, it's a difference. Like, I feel, because I watched my dad raise other people's children a lot, right? And I feel like I come from a family where like stepkids are treated equally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is like if one can't get it, none can get it. If we all can't get it, none of us can get it, period, right? I feel like I'm speaking because I'm a person that have kids, and I'm in a situation where my dude don't have any kids, and it's not like I want him to. Well, I'm not looking for him to raise my child, but I appreciate the male energy that he has brought, like the male, the protecting, like letting her know, like I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to protect you and help you become a better adult. But
Right.
at the end of the day, respect his role as I'm not your dad. Dude. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can't be your dad. You know, like not so bluntly, but I'm not your dad. But I can be a male figure in your life to help you get through. Like it's been beautiful to see him ask her how her day is after school and stuff like that, which I didn't like the question after that. It was like, if you had to teach your mama one thing, what would it be? He asked her that. I was like,
Damn.
and she said to communicate. And I felt some type of way. I was like, she was like, maybe it's because it's a parental thing, because we be like, you don't have no opinion, I'm taking care of you. I'm just torn between being raised of like, y'all don't have no choice. You ain't paying the bills, I'm taking care of you. But this new generation of kids,
they want you to all their feelings, all that. What are you?
Yeah, but I can totally get where you're coming from, because some parents aren't like me. Some single mothers aren't like me, and they defend their kids about anything. It's always you attacking their kid, feeling some type of way, or they're flip at the mouth. And I would say that I'm gonna speak on single mothers, not their kid. But at the same time, if you love me and you want me, I come with this, and I will make sure that my children are very respectful. Like, some women not raising respectful kids. That's a thing. That's the thing.
At this day and age, I feel like I would want my partner to have their kids already. I'm completely fine with that. I love that idea. You already have kids? Okay.
Oh, see,
What?
I love babies. I can't wait till Tiki have one. Our baby said
You're gonna be waiting. I keep telling y'all, you're gonna be waiting.
With Black House that ever I go this earth, I would take my time. I feel you, but yeah, there are situations where like I totally get that. Like I've always said that, like, don't be flipped, like especially when you ain't even taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
these kids, they feel so entitled. Like, yeah, they are very entitled, and we didn't grow up like that.
No.
We didn't grow up like that.
My grandmother met my grandma with 6 kids. Now back in the day, they was having babies. My grandma had 12 kids, 6 boys and 6 girls. My grandpa had kids. I think he had like 3 or 4 before he met her and got with her. Married her with 6 already and made 6 more. And I'm like, Lord, you know what I'm saying? And I hear stories about them, but now they appreciate, like, my grandfather, but like the stepkids, my other aunts and uncles who wasn't, his child, they used to say like he was mean and stuff like that. I see a lot of stuff about, but you know what I noticed? Kids don't like structure, but they want it.
But they
don't like it, but they want it.
They want it, absolutely. And that's why you can't be a damn friend. I ain't here to be your friend.
Yeah.
You're gonna do what I asked you to do. We're gonna do it this way, because you know why? If you don't do what I tell you to do, even when you don't like it sometimes, you can get yourself in a world of trouble. You can get yourself hurt because you don't want to do what I'm telling you to do. So I tell my nephew that right now, you will learn right now to do what I tell you to do, not what you want to do. Because I could be I can be telling you some life or death shit. You know what I mean? Like, stop, don't cross the street right now, and you decide to just keep crossing the street. Boom, here's a car. Like, you have to learn to listen. You will learn to listen.
For real.
You have to.
All right, we're gonna move on to our last topic before we read our letter of the day. Chat. Now I'm gonna try this. We're gonna talk about hyper independent people, like male and female. This is not just males. It's not just females being hyper independent. But we want to dissect hyper independent people and why is it so?
Hello, babies. I can tell you why. So I realize I pissed some of y'all off when I started talking about hyper independence. So I'm going to make sure that I reiterate what it is that I said, and I follow through with a little bit more so we can go ahead and get some clarity. You are closed-minded, and some of you all are simple-minded as well. I'm not necessarily trying to attack you, but if the shoe fits, and some of you all will never have a happy marriage simply because you are low perspective taking, and you don't know how to take a perspective outside of your own. You assume that whatever it is that you think is simply what it is. So we're talking about hyper independence, and we're talking about hyper independent women. Once again, as we have always said, I don't think any woman really wants to be hyper independent, because that means that she has had to overcompensate for something. And so when she goes through something that happens in childhood of learning that relying on people is costly, and then she goes into a perpetual cycle where it keeps on showing up in adulthood in her friendships, with her family, and intimate relationships and stuff like that, well, guess what she's going to do? Rely on herself, because relying on other people is unsafe. And it is a threat to her, because if you don't provide consistency, stability, reliability, she's going to end up doing things herself, or not being able to ask you out of fear that you're going to drop the ball. Y'all know how it is when a person continues to disappoint you. We're not going to act like it's just women who are hyper independent. There are a lot of hyper independent men as well. You just don't call it that. Y'all want to talk about that? Okay, we'll skip that. No, as a matter of fact, we're not going to do that. We're going to address that. Just because we never highlight a hyper independent man doesn't mean that they don't exist. The very men who like to do things by themselves, not ask for help, not rely on people, suppress their emotions, hide what they're going through, it's the same exact thing. And a lot of women see it. But you know what women do? In most occasions, is they give grace and they're attentive. What if we change the conversation from, if she's hyper independent, she doesn't deserve to be in a relationship, leave her. Everyone suffers from some type of maladaptive coping mechanism, some compensatory action, some trauma response. Everyone suffers from it. No one is perfect. Let's give credit where credit is due. Women give a lot more grace than men do. If grace was practiced, and your heart was positioned differently, I promise you it'll be a lot more satisfied people. Can we give a round of applause to the men who create safety, security, and stability? I know you all think that all of those terms are the same. They're absolutely not. I counsel people, so I can tell you that safety is different, security is different, and stability is different. So let's talk about the men who create stability, who are so good at stability and partnership that immediately a woman's guards go down, because he always has a follow through. If he says he's going to do something, if he promises, he follows through. He's attentive. He's watching everything. He's attuned to her needs. He's responsive, engaged in her concerns and fixing them, and taking some of the burdens off of her, seeing the burdens that she has. Can we have a conversation about those men? Because round of applause to those men. Not everyone deserves to be left. Some people are called to be together. Let's not forget, God can call two flawed, imperfect people together to make something holy. It comes with recognizing the problems. Not only is one person recognizing their own problems, but the other person saying, all right, I'm seeing that maybe I'm influencing this problem. Maybe I need to make some changes too. Just maybe. Thank God for my husband. Thank God, because I was a hyper independent woman. Oh yeah, I had it all together. I didn't need no help. I don't want y'all to see me suffer. I don't want you to see me struggling. And then my husband comes in. I didn't have to ask for things. He just did it. And the guard went, y'all want a soft, feminine woman? Practice creating stable, safe, secure environments. Practice following through. Practice paying attention. Practice not being so critical and judgmental. Practice giving grace. Practice being empathetic. Practice being compassionate. Practice being a partner. You may see a difference. God bless y'all.
So my spill is, because we Ash always talks about how, if Ash still in here, Ash always talks about not asking for help, not doing this. I talk about that too. Like that's hard for me. Not asking for help. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's hard for me to ask for help and all this type of stuff, right? So I feel like some of that stuff that most of the stuff she was saying is kind of true, but I feel like every woman does not deserve that type of guy. That makes sense?
Don't deserve what kind of guy?
The type of guy that she's explaining, like to create safety, stability, because sometimes they can take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, you got men in the world who has been scarred and now they don't want to help anybody. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it should be situational awareness where you know where you can create those type of things. You get what I'm saying? If you see,
absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. Why every woman don't deserve that. Every woman does deserve it, but like some women are not putting out the energy to get that. That's what I kind of want to say. You know what I'm saying? As well as creating a safe space for women, there should be safe spaces for men, because a hyper independent man is just like that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to express, oh, he had a bad day today. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know how to kind of communicate his feelings without it feeling like, oh, I'm being a softie and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think us as women should make sure that also that space is created for men as well.
Right.
Let me see. Let me read these comments. Right. Y'all, I'm gonna stop when she lying. Ash, I knew Ash was gonna agree with that. I'm gonna stop when she's lying. Okay, so I'm gonna define what hyper independence is on both. Hyper independence is an extreme form of self-reliance, refusing help, not trusting others, and needing to do everything alone, often rooted in trauma or past disappointments, right? I feel like men have that too. Like, if women also create a space for a man to have help, because sometimes men feel like they don't have any support at home. What we always hear as a man, I'm just a provider, right?
Yeah. Or they simply don't trust. They simply don't trust their partner with their feelings and emotions and stuff like that. That happens too. They don't trust that their partner can handle it or hold it or won't throw it back in their face or will even give them the grace that they need in that time. So absolutely.
Yeah. And also, you as a female who wants to be and create that space for you, if you keep shutting me out, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I took from the video. I took that from the video. I mean, of course, a woman's gonna speak on a woman's point of view, so it always seems like it's just women, but we also want to create those type of spaces for men, because men need that space too. You in the world all day, keeping up this facade, fighting this off, being a man, standing in your ego outside. When you come home, I don't want all that. Yeah. Sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it just takes trust on both ends in a relationship of when you finally get to that place where you can trust your partner, both sides of be vulnerable about what's really going on, not just the surface shit, like what's really going on. Where it may be emotional, financial, you know what I mean, physical sometimes, like it's a whole nother vulnerability to be able to really tell somebody what's going on and what you need from them, how they can be there for you, and not everybody's comfortable with that depending on how your partner is. So that is what she was saying about what women need to feel safe in these different places. Men need it also. You know what I mean? They may need it in a different way. May need it to show up in a different way, but they need the same thing. Like everybody needs the same thing to be able to feel safe enough to be vulnerable to say, "Hey, this is what I need. This is what I'm not getting. This is what I'm dealing with."
Right. So do women really give more grace, or do men just give grace in different ways?
I think I don't like that. I hate the back and forth of the, you know me. I hate the back and forth of women do this and men do that shit. I feel like both sexes give each other grace in their own way. And it really just depends on your individual relationship, and it's situational. I cannot speak for all women and men saying who gives more grace, because we're not in people's relationships.
Yeah.
But I see
I feel like my man gives me a lot of grace.
Yeah, you can hear. I would, if you think about it. I mean, we just was talking about earlier how we have all these different phases that we go through the month. You know what I mean? And it would seem like they would have to give us more grace.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because we're the ones that's always on some bullshit.
Yeah.
You only got 2 good weeks of, of the normal me. Other than that, you dealing with hormones. You dealing with all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
We need 47 minutes a day. Like,
we need 47 minutes. We need hot food. We need you to listen, tentatively listen. You know what I'm saying? And look me in my eye while you giving me this 47 minutes. So I'm saying it would seem like we would be more on the bullshit, and that men would have to give us more grace because we're the ones that's always seem like going through something, you know? So I don't think I hate doing the man versus woman bullshit. You know, I hate that. I hate those type of conversations.
Yeah. But I agree. I definitely agree. I think we both give grace, but I would say that men probably give us more grace.
Men have to give us more grace.
Especially since especially the way we broke it down just now about the 28 cycle days. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, because I know I'm a different all the time. 2 good weeks. That's all you can get out these ladies. Hot take. The hot take question for the chat is hyper independence strength, or is it a fear? Is it fear in disguise? I would say fear in disguise, because I know for me, I'm gonna speak on me, because I feel that, you know, you'll leave, or I feel that I'll be perceived as too needy. You know, all those little things that play in your head. Yeah. When you feel like, you know, you can't ask people for stuff, or you can't trust people. It is a form of fear. And past trauma.
Yeah.
You know, my dad dropped the ball a lot. Dropped the ball a lot, and said, like, saying things that he's gonna do when you never do it, stuff like that. So I think it all stems back from some type of form of trauma and fear, you know.
But what it did was it taught you to depend on yourself. Yeah. So now you have like your characteristics. Now it's second nature to you to just depend on yourself. You know what I mean? I'm the same way. Like, so now I have to teach myself how to depend on somebody else, or teach myself to let myself be able to depend on somebody else. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother language you gotta learn. if this has been your whole life just to depend on yourself, that's a whole nother thing to learn.
Whole nother.
And that takes a lot of patience with a partner. They do.
Yes. All right, Reaper said it's fear for women is fear, for men is a must. Yeah. And I think that must for them to be hyper independent is because that shows less of what is the word? You're less of a man. Head that men don't need help. You are the provider. You are this. You are that.
Yeah, you got it.
At the end of the day, we're all fucking human. At the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's more.
I'm hyper.
It's more acceptable for a woman to not get together than a man. You know what I mean? It's more acceptable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So of course men are going to be more kind of against telling you what they don't have or what they need or something like that, because it may come off it's a whole nother vulnerability. It may come off like they don't have their shit together, they don't know what they're doing or whatever, you know. And women always give them grace with that. So, but again, me, shut up.
Right. Rach says, I'm hyper independent because I don't have anyone I could depend on consistently. And I don't want to feel like I got to beg or pull teeth to get shit done. Right. That's exactly what I just said. Yep. But I would prefer not to be hyper independent. I just don't have a choice unless I want to be a bum. Facts. Because now, even we talk, men are being, like Rick was saying, a man being dependent is dangerous, is a sign of weakness. I feel like, but women starting to feel like that too. Like we hear y'all when y'all say y'all don't want no begging ass woman. Like that stems in our heads too. Like, when it's like, I'm not begging, but I might need a little help right now. You know what I'm saying? A little pick me up. I think the message gets construed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a man who's not trying to do nothing and dependent on me to go to work and blah blah blah. Yeah, that is that form. Something's wrong with that form for me. You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna make it.
We're not gonna make it. It's a team.
It's a team. It is a team.
Teamwork. So I want to know if Couch is back in here. If Black Couch, where you at? I want to know, because this was for you. What peace is like for you? Because we were talking about peace versus silence, right? He doesn't want anyone nagging or talking, but real peace is mutual respect, understanding, and security. That is what the real peace is: respect, understanding, and security. I feel like y'all always say y'all don't want us nagging, but is it you really just don't want to talk?
Sometimes they just don't want to talk.
There you go. Black Couch. 3 points, Rachel. Yeah. So, Black Couch, before we move on to our talk me through it letter, is it the fact that some days you just don't want to talk? Peace versus silence. No, what's the difference?
It just depends, I think, huh?
I'm here. All right. He catching up. So, peace versus silence. How people confuse quiet with being at peace. I feel like when you're being quiet, you're holding in a lot of stuff. Yeah. What is your peace? What peace looks like to you? Are you a peacemaker too? Because we talked about how people would say they want peace, but they don't be the peacemaker. You cause the chaos. You said Tiara knows. Tiara knows. Tiara knows.
Black Couch said he's a good talker.
All right, cool. All right.
Communication is the key. Communication is the key. We can have whatever type of relationship we need to have, as long as we communicate what it is we're doing and what we need. Communicate.
Right. And definitely situational awareness, like Sick Fella said earlier. Yep. My mom just died. I don't want to talk right now. Like, we need to talk. No, bitch, my mom just passed away. I need to process things.
The nerve of you.
Definitely knowing the difference. All right. Let's go with D. I think, all right, let's see what we're talking about. Reaper said who needs that fucking food. Reaper, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Reaper.
All right, but my battery only has enough energy for talking. I need to know what this shit, if this shit isn't important ish. Yeah, I feel you, Reap. Yeah, don't waste my time. If you want my undivided 47 minutes, make it good. I think a man always wants to be silent. It's because he don't like you for real.
That's the truth too. That's another one, D. How you know somebody like you or not? If they want you just to shut the up. I'm talking about like every. I understand like someday, like one day, you just need quiet, you need peace, whatever. You need time to yourself. I can understand that. But if every time I come in this house, you want me to just shut the fuck up, you don't really like me, and I'm going about my business.
I'm getting the fuck out of here, right?
I'm getting the fuck out of here because you don't really like it over here.
Yeah, Reba said 47. How is that 47 minutes? Hey, if you know what you're doing, on 47 minutes could turn into 30 minutes, and the rest of the minutes be love making. You just
communicate how you need to communicate with your partner. Communicate how you need to communicate.
Right. All right. We about to move on to our segment, our talk me through it letter. Yes, it is finally time for it.
Come on.
Tiara, this one locked and loaded.
All right, I got this one. This letter is called Torn and Conflicted. Hi, Dee and Tiara. First off, I really love the show and how positive you ladies are with the content. Aw. It truly feels like I'm kicking it with my homegirls. I've been dating someone for almost a year. Things are great on the surface, but I recently learned that he still keeps in touch with his ex. They don't talk daily, but they text occasionally, and he gets real nostalgic about their past memories. It's making me question whether he's fully over her. I want to trust him, but I can't ignore the uneasiness I feel. I've tried talking to him about it, and he says it's harmless, but I'm not sure if my feelings are valid or if I'm being too sensitive. Can you talk me through how I should handle this without overreacting, but also protecting my peace? Signed, Torn and Conflicted.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So you have do you have that you text?
Do I have exes that I text?
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Maybe a happy birthday. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a happy birthday. But again, I don't really like you know me. I don't like doing the excess, you know? So I guess it would depend on you and your partner's relationship, right?
Right.
If you if you what the comment said, I'm scared.
Reaper, now Reaper Black Couch. He in full effect. He said, "Red flag, run, young lady." He hitting that X.
I don't know. Look at replay. Hey,
oh my
big head.
God, y'all are dirty. Rachel said, "Trust your gut."
Ooh.
Trust. So
I think it depends on you and your. I think it depends on your partner. Like, you know your partner. You know your partner.
Yeah.
Some people's partner can go and they can really be friends and just text, how you doing? Happy birthday. How you mama now? All right, I'm out. Peace. I'm getting back to my old lady. Whatever.
Yeah.
Some can't. But you.
So they ask y'all the email address is talkmethroughitpodcast@gmail.com. Just like the title. Talk me through
It's rolling. It's rolling.
Yeah, it's rolling.
It's rolling.
So you can see at the bottom of the screen. Yep. And if you guys want to donate or anything, sponsor us an episode as well, our Cash App is in the bottom of the screen as well. But send those letters there. Yes. So we've been getting letters from people from Instagram and stuff like that. So that's been in emails. So that's where you guys send those letters in. I'm nervous to see these letters, Lord. Rachel just said, I just sent the Hey Big Ted text. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Toxic.
If you feel, 18 said, if you feel, and y'all, you never know if this person who wrote this letter is sitting here in this chat. If you feel it in your gut, it's what you feel. Just be aware the truth will come to light. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not trying to possess my man or control who he texting and things like that. Knowing your partner is also, you know what I'm saying, a good thing.
That's to do. You have to know your partner. Because, like, if they text each other happy birthday, if their birthdays are around each other's birthdays, like, happy birthday. It's just a happy birthday. Like, but if it's a happy birthday, well, again, she did say it's a few more texts than just happy birthday. It's a...
Okay. They text occasionally. Yeah.
They shouldn't be texting occasionally.
And she knows about this. So I'm wondering if he's open about it. You got to do a follow-up for us on this.
Because it don't seem like if you know about it, it don't seem like he's trying to hide it from you. Like, if he's openly telling you, you know, what the messages are, she did it, like, again, it's you have to know your partner.
Yeah, Ash said, bro, you should not be texting your ex if y'all don't have any ties, like kids or something. All right. And that also should be established too. And like, we need to communicate about this. It needs to be established. I think him being nostalgic about it and going back down memory lane is what's really like getting to her. Because you could tell a motherfucker happy birthday on IG. You know really what I'm saying?
Can. So you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, so Black Couch said no.
I definitely
you're absolutely right, because that's what that sounds like. That sounds like trying to keep your foot trying to keep a toe in the door.
Yeah, the access.
Trying to keep that access.
Yeah. Some 18 says some folks screw occasionally.
They do. And go back to their lives.
Oh my God, Reaper. Maybe that ex had that tight 2000. He's so stupid.
That's something.
Yeah, so I think that's what's really getting to her, is the fact that how the nostalgicness and all that is getting to her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's something. I feel like that's something that you need to communicate with your partner. And if you don't like it, just tell them, you know, I ain't really feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we all can't be on the phone 3-way or FaceTime, like, you know, Kiki with each other, it's like texting.
Put that conversation on speakerphone. Let's see what it's about.
Yeah. So
you could tell through a tone real quick. You could read a tone real quick.
Absolutely. I hope torn and conflicted. I hope you get, the answers you need. Like 18 said, it'll come to the light. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if she's in the same area as you guys. Is she in the same state? I have a lot of more questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that kind of matters. Reaper said, talk to him about it. But you also can't be texting people, Miss Lady. Right. Well, that was our talk me through this letter segment. I hope you got the answers you need. I know it wasn't that clear, but most of the chat say trust your gut. Trust your gut. Have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's making you uncomfortable, then that's what it is. If like you want to, tell that motherfucker happy birthday on social media and let that be that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say I tell my exes happy birthday. The ones I'm kind of cordial cool with. You know what I'm saying? I don't text them though. Go out of my way to text them. I'll maybe say it on a social media or something like that. But yeah, it's.
But the tone of the conversation that you have with him will tell it all. Like, if you try to have that, communicate exactly what your thought process is behind this. clearly communicate where your mind is with this, what, how it make you feel, what you don't like about it, or whatever. Pay attention to that conversation, and that'll tell you exactly what you need. Then you go with your gut. That conversation tell you everything.
Yeah, if he get mad about it and defensive and don't understand,
what you mean?
They're fucking. Black Cow said, "We don't text just the text." Pro tip: I'ma repeat. There's 9 billion people on this planet.
Facts, Black Couch. Facts. To the young lady, run now, for real. Yeah,
for real. He's funny. Run for real. But yeah, I hope you got the answers that you need, man. I know that's very like vulnerable for you, and I feel you. I don't know how I feel, especially not. See, if it was just a birthday text, that'd be different. But the occasionally part and the nostalgia, back down memory lane, all that.
I don't like that.
Sadly.
You see, and that's when you done created a situation and you ain't gonna have no peace tonight.
No peace
tonight. My toxic side came out.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
All right, so we're gonna end this note, guys, on it's the anniversary time for Hurricane Katrina, right?
We should do a segment on that, D.
Yeah. So yeah, this is how we going out with a bang. Hurricane Katrina. It was trauma. Me and THRU are both from Louisiana, right? So sometimes, like I don't know if it's just cultural or if it's just what people do, but Louisiana is big on picking up and just moving on, right? Picking up and moving on. So one time when I lived in Louisiana, like like about last year, I was shot at, right? Shot at in the car. You remember this story?
Mm-hmm.
I was shot at. My boyfriend told me I was desensitized, and it could be from where I'm from, right? Because I cried about it. I was distraught, but I just literally like didn't do anything else about it. I put it back where it was and just chucked it up as a normal day in New Orleans, right? But it had me wondering, like, how often do we do things like that? We go through traumatic events and we just brush it off and just move on, right? That's what they kind of feel like we're known for, just brushing it off and moving on, brushing it off and moving. It's a beautiful thing, a beautiful culture, but it also shows how trauma could just be suppressed, So I don't want to dive too much on the subject to be like so long and drawn out, but we both experienced Hurricane Katrina and we experienced it in different ways, right? I was a pregnant teen during this time. I would say I had a Katrina baby, but I don't feel like she even knows what that means. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was my senior year in high school. And I want to ask you, T, what was the hardest thing during Hurricane Katrina? If you got everybody in the chat should be familiar that it was a Category 5 and it was very devastating. It ruined communities. It ruined so much. But what was the hardest thing during Katrina for you?
Just being away from my friends and family. Honestly, it was being away from loved ones because everybody was just all over the place. Everybody was scattered. Although we evacuated initially as a family, we evacuated as a very large group of people. Like I could say a lot of my family was together in the hotel. And then once we realized we couldn't really go back home, everybody kind of just went different places. And so I remember it was about 2.5 months before I got to go back home. But the hardest part was being away from my friends. Of course, I was like 16, 17. So I said that before. My friends was my world at that point. I'm in high school, So the hardest part for me was being away from my friends, my boyfriend at the time, my cousins. I went through my birthday. I had a birthday. I think it was my 17th birthday. Yeah. And I remember it was like the first time I was away from my cousin. You know, me and Elle, we super close. So I was like, I couldn't celebrate my birthday with nobody. It was just so sad. It was really sad. But the hardest part for me was just being away from all my loved ones.
Okay. I feel like the hardest part for me was rebuilding.
Okay.
Yeah, I like starting over and rebuilding was like the hardest for me because like I said, even though we were packing up for like a weekend, thinking that it was just gonna be a weekend. Not when it started hitting to like the news saying that nobody could go back right now, that's when I feel like things got really sticky. Even though my friends were in the circumference, you know, in the area that I was in, we all went to Texas. Just one of them was further north. School, going to school and stuff. I didn't go to school because I was pregnant at the time. So like getting me, my grandmother was big on we going back, you going back, because a lot of these old people was like they didn't want to leave already. They were stubborn. So like we left at the very last minute. I remember being like very grateful because traffic was so horrible. I remember like we came to a standstill on a bridge over water. That was like so terrifying for me because I'm like, what if like it just hits me on this bridge? You know what I'm saying? Like things like that was going through my head. I remember like thinking that damn, it like thank God we did leave. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, just a little humor, hurricanes and no AC, like it could rain all day for me. You lost me when you don't have no AC. See, when it get hot and sticky, nothing's gonna be open. I was sold, so I could not understand how some of these old people did not want to leave their property, but I do understand now because because so many people lost their properties after all of this. You know what I'm saying? Some were bought out, some were just like kicked out. It was hard times. I think rebuilding and going back was the hardest because everybody wasn't back, everything wasn't open. It was a lot to process. And then being pregnant, like knowing that you can just kind of have, because the actual baby shower for Mariah was supposed to be that weekend. That weekend, I was supposed to have a surprise baby shower, and like it was so crazy because everybody, I remember being on the intercom and everybody, the teachers were saying like school's gonna be, you know, canceled for a while until the hurricane passed. And that's when people were telling me, oh, you were supposed to have a baby shower, because people at school knew. Like I guess my friends were passing out baby shower invitations or whatever or whatnot. And I'm like, wow, like that was good. That was kind of like sad because it's like, no, I'm not gonna have a baby shower. And then I can have this baby anytime at a time like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard.
Not having a doctor, you know, just mind racing because, like I said, we so used to hurricanes coming and it just being a weekend thing and we can go back home. It was a time, like Tiara said,
we always say that we was at a high school jamboree that Friday, like we were doing our high school thing, like. But yeah.
Did you experience any racism during this time?
No. Because of where I went, I will say that. Like, I didn't go to, you know, a lot of people from New Orleans got the Houston effect. You know, they once New Orleans came to Houston, it was pissed off. It was all type of shit going on. But we went further. Hey, Logic. We went all the way to Corpus Christi. And Corpus Christi, they were waiting for us. Like nobody from New Orleans had went that far. So by the time we got there, they were like waiting for people to help. They had everything we needed instantly. You know what I mean? So in actuality, Katrina in a lot of ways actually helped me. You know what I mean? Like they gave us so much stuff, like furniture, beds, like all kinds of stuff you couldn't think of. I remember we came back with a whole U-Haul of stuff like they had just gave us. I got my first queen size bed there because they had like I had a brand new bed, like everything, because we had an apartment there. Like they had set us up like we were staying because we didn't know if we were coming back or not. So in this apartment now we getting like money just to furnish the entire apartment. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm in high school. Like this was my first queen size bed. Like before that, me and my sister, we had twin beds. You know what I mean? But own room, but we both had twin beds in our room or whatever. But so I came home. I was okay. I think it was just different coming home. It was different. The schools. I live in a small parish, so it was schools blended. It was a lot of. But you would think with all of these high schools, because when we got back, all of the high schools in my parish, it was like 5 high schools. They all went to one school. They went to my school, and you would have thought it would have been rivalry going on. But when I tell you, like at first it was a little bit, but by the end of that semester, we was like this. Like everybody was like, because we all shared the same shit. You know what I mean? We all trying to get back to this life. Yeah. So, but yeah, I made a lot of friends in high school that year that I would have never had met had it not been for Katrina. Still to this day, we still friends, you know?
Yeah. That's beautiful. I was reading, I'm a piggyback off what you said. That NPR, I was listening to NPR radio, and it's Katrina anniversary, and they were talking to this guy named Nigel. You could tell he's from Louisiana. He had the accent. He was a black guy. He was like he was in pre-K when this happened, right? The pre-K school, he went to school, I think he went to Tennessee or somewhere. He went Wyoming, whatever he went, he was far away from home. And they made a book. So they remember him coming. It's so cool because they caught up with some of those pre-K kids now that's grown adults, and they all got on, and it was the hurricane anniversary. So they all reached back out to Nigel, right? They all explained like meeting him for the first time and him just being so cool, and everybody just wanted to be his friend from a different place. They knew what was going on with the hurricane and stuff like that. Everybody welcoming him. And then they remember, they were like, our friend left. So I guess he went back home. It was so beautiful. See, I'm getting all emotional.
It's sad. You know what? I had the exact same experience because when I got there, I immediately made friends. Like I have friends that we just immediately clicked, right? It was like 3 and we became like, that was our friends. You know what I mean? Our own friend group. And then when I left, it was the same thing all over again because now I miss these friends. I done created friendships and bonds and all of this with these friends. Now I'm trying to like reconnect with these friends, but also try to see what's going on at school because I just left. Like, what's the tea? So it was a lot. It was a lot, man.
So so these kids, the teacher made them, they said since they missed him so much, they made a book. And she was it's so beautiful. The Hurricane Katrina and Nigel, or something like that it's called, right? They made a book, and they all wrote something like explaining the story, like a short story book, and drew pictures and put it all together in a book. And listening to some of those adults talking now, they were saying that they remember being in preschool and just digging and talking about they're trying to dig back to New Orleans to get to Nigel. It was like there was his friend. And it was just so heartwarming that the teacher took time. She said she took time to make them make a book because it was like stories are told easily through books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And them being kids. So he was like, he has a book, he has a copy of the book and everything like that. And it made him feel loved. And it made him feel like, accepted to let people, really took time to do that. I thought that was really beautiful. So the racism question is because I felt like more racism was experienced back during Katrina in Louisiana versus leaving. Now, you had your stories in Texas. I love Texas. I must say that's like second home. You have your stories of the refugees coming, and we gotta guard our stuff because these people from New Orleans, they savages coming through. You heard little stories like that, but I've never witnessed anybody treating us different. Like you said, it was always stuff being poured. It came to a point where I told my grandmother we should just stay. Like I wanted to stay because it was so much help. You know what I'm saying? But back home, so at 16, 17, I had no choice. I went back. What the beautiful thing is, my best friend was able to come live with us and finish out her senior, so she came moved with us, and that was nice. I had my daughter. Everything was picking back up, but it was just still a deserted space to be in because things were still closed and nailed up, and lights was missing and stuff like that. But people.
I still remember when stores were starting to open back up, and you'll be riding, and slowly things will start opening back up, and you get excited because finally Taco Bell opening back up or McDonald's opening back up. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember? Do you remember the drive back home? Because remember, Katrina came and then Rita came right behind it, right?
Yes.
So what Katrina missed, Rita hit it right after. So you coming into towns that Katrina missed, but Rita wiped out. I remember this. I remember being in the car. I think we were on the way back home. And I was hungry, and I kept seeing the sign. You know how the sign says such and such miles to McDonald's, right? So I kept seeing such and such miles to McDonald's, and I'm watching it. It's going down. It's going down. I'm like, Mom, next exit, don't forget to stop. I want McDonald's, right? Girl, we stopped in this. We get off the bridge. The whole town is gone. McDonald's is gone. Like, wiped out. I was like, I was like, oh shit. Rita had them wiped, like, so they had to evacuate. Like, that whole town was gone. I was like, shit, no McDonald's. And you know what though? To this day, I have a hard time eating a sandwich. I have a hard time eating a sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. Katrina effed me up when it came. We ate sandwiches for like 15 hours straight.
The meals, the military meals, MREs. Lord, it was crazy. Logic said, I remember being in San Angelo, Texas, when a lot of Katrina people came over. We could tell who is who. Yeah, the gold teeth and locks. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's straight from New Orleans. But yeah, so there's this I guess it's viral is the word, of this guy holding a baby up on a roof, right? Tall, skinny black guy. He was a church member. He went to my uncle's church. Like, we grew up together. And it was so crazy to see him on the roof holding up the baby, just talking about, like, we need help and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, that's somebody I really know. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Superdome. Oh my God. The stories are true. People being raped. Like, my thing is great. I guess that's what we got to do. Great. My thing is, at a time like this, people could still find time to be evil.
People are still people. And the crazy part is, with that many people in that Superdome, stuff was still going on, and people were still just minding their business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. So one thing I am grateful for is that, like, not having to be around in that situation.
Yeah.
In that, some people, like, our stories are fairy tales compared to some people we know who can tell, like, stories.
Exactly, right. Yeah, evil doesn't sleep.
Evil does not sleep. You ain't lying. Counting miles, yeah, man. There was I think Rita was when that bus caught on fire in the middle of trying to evacuate, right, T? Remember? Yeah, bus fire with traffic with a bunch of old people in there. People still found people still found ways to be evil, like shooting people who was trying to cross bridges, like that. If you guys, I didn't even want to watch the documentary because like it's kind of like, you know, you don't want to relive the shit, and you couldn't imagine that shit was really going on, but it was real. It was really going on. So I feel like more racism was showed back home than it was showed like people. That's when FEMA was really FEMA. FEMA was really doing its job. You know what I'm saying? Back then,
FEMA came through like.
Yeah.
We got
how has the city changed since the hurricane?
A lot.
I feel like a lot of people suppressed a lot of this trauma, and they just wanted to get back.
A lot of people didn't return. A lot of people didn't return, which left a lot of neighborhoods empty, which made it real easy to gentrify, right? So people just started buying up houses and land real cheap. Like companies just started buying it up, and then because it's nothing there, they just want to get off the houses and stuff. Yeah. So now you have things that wouldn't normally be there, which makes the culture different. Like the Ninth Ward is different; it's completely different. Like white people be walking their dogs
everywhere
in the Ninth Ward across the connect. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
what's crazy is black folks don't do nothing to them, no, and that's what's crazy. It's like,
but it's like these are areas historically known for black people. These are black neighborhoods. This is like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just made it real easy for people to just swoop on in
and
do what they wanted to do. Yeah.
Raise the taxes on a place that's still below sea level. You know what I'm saying? If it rains now, you can get a simple rain back home and the streets flooded. Like, I mean, like really flooded. Like that's crazy. Also, I feel like it's the culture in the city changed by not just that, but like you just said, the gentrification, and just people didn't come back because people felt hurt. Like people felt really hurt that they
didn't want to put themselves in that situation to do it again.
Yeah.
They didn't want to put themselves in that situation. And I can understand that. Like, it's understandable for you. Imagine you're a homeowner and your entire house just get wiped off. And it can happen again. Why would you want to build right back in the same spot? You know what I mean? So I absolutely get it. But New Orleans is home. And that's it's the culture, it's the food, it's the people, it's the language.
Good segue. Because my next question is, what do you love most about the last and final question?
It's home. I would always want to come back to New Orleans. I don't care what nobody say about it. I will travel. I love to travel. I would travel all across the world, but don't nobody cook like us. Don't nobody talk like us. Don't nobody care. Oh my God. Can you imagine a New Orleans person going to some place like New York? I was lost. Excuse me. Say good evening. How you doing? Something. We actually
hello. How you? Look, Demi just said up here. Demi was like, I learned that people don't say God bless you when you sneeze.
They don't. They don't. We are so Southern. Like, hey, how you doing?
Hospitality, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
People tell you, thank you, my baby.
Home.
Oh, people be looking for you. Hey, my baby, how you doing?
You're making me miss home. So, chat, it's 6 of y'all left. The plan is we all meeting up for Mardi Gras. If you haven't heard, now you heard. The gag is everybody in the chat gotta come visit for Mardi Gras. You gotta hang out with me and T for Mardi Gras. It's a must, okay? So if you're in this chat, make sure you mark your calendars, okay? Make that trip. And guess what? We can go to a city parade, but the parade we're going to is non-top. West Bank Parade. You gotta be there. You gotta be there, y'all.
I'm ready already. How you be always? This is a city that's always ready for Mardi Gras. Like, we get prepared for Christmas, but we are always ready for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, all the time. T, what's the Mardi Gras date? Because it changes all the time. What is it?
It changes. I believe it's mid-February this year. I gotta check. I'm gonna check. I'll check.
Yeah, we'll definitely let y'all know. Spread the word. We all meeting up for some good old crawfish. I can't wait.
That's the key to a New Orleans woman heart.
A snowball. Y'all gotta get the
crawfish.
Some crawfish. Yes. But this has been the Talk Me Through It podcast. Whether you're thriving, surviving, or somewhere in between, pull up a seat and let's talk each other through it.
Okay.
We thank you guys. We thank you, chat. Remember to send those Talk Me Through This letter to the Talk Me Through It podcast at gmail.com. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, y'all. Tell your friends, tell a friend about the podcast. And that has been a wrap. Do you have anything you have to say, my lovely coach?
No, thank y'all for coming kick it with us today. I really appreciate everyone for stopping by. Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to Reaper. Logic, you made it. Reaper.
Rachel.
Yes, Rachel. We've been looking for you for the past couple episodes. Rachel, thank you for showing up. Ash, as always, 18. Chelsea, thanks for joining in. I don't want to miss nobody. Black Couch. DRX
from the Black Couch.
DRX popped in. Sick Fellas. Brad Gaming, 23 and Gaming. Thanks for showing up, Sick Fellas. Wolfpack.
Don't forget 18.
Love. 18. I just was about to say that. Shout out to you, 18. Thank you for being a listener. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but thank you guys for chiming in and coming through. We love y'all faces. Have a great night.
See y'all.
Gotta call my man.